What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So I got Shakur Stevenson and Williams-Zepeda's team. Williams-Zepeda's team acting like they're surprised that Shakur is not fighting them in November, and I just find that to be very ironic because, well, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't even have to get into that part, man. Let me go ahead and read you what Team Zepeda had to say, and then I will go ahead and talk to you or give my thoughts on it because I could have sworn that Zepeda's team or De La Hoya turned that fight down first or whatnot. Not that Shakur turned down the fight, but I could have sworn Williams-Zepeda's team didn't want that fight with Shakur next. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, all right. So shout out to Boxing News 24. It says Williams-Zepeda's trainer Jay, I guess that's Nayar, was surprised that WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson chose to fight number 13 Joe Cordina on October 12th rather than face them in November. Nayar says that they were unaware that Shakur changed his mind about fighting the unbeaten number one ranked 135-pound contender Zepeda, who was 31-0 with 27 knockouts, preferring instead to fight the 32-year-old former IBF featherweight champion Cordina on the undercard of Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. What Nayar doesn't say is whether he suspects Shakur will avoid Zepeda in the first half of 2025 as well. The Mexican star is all wrong for the light. Stop the cap. The Mexican star is all wrong for the light-hitting defense artist Shakur, who could ruin his new promoter Eddie Hearn's plans by matching him against Gervonta Davis next summer. If Shakur is being steered around the dangerous Zepeda right now, but isn't this Zepeda? I'm finna look this up because I could have sworn it was Zepeda's team who didn't even want to fight first, bro. What the heck? Anyways, this is, bro, all cap. But anyways, if Shakur is being steered around the dangerous Williams-Zepeda right now, it's only obvious that he will be avoided like the plague in the first quarter of 2025. Zepeda is the equivalent of an electrifying third rail of a train system and highly dangerous Shakur with his ambitions of a mega fight against Tank. The Mexican star Zepeda would chase Shakur down and reap havoc on him and his promoter Hearn's dreams of a massive money fight against Tank. Shakur is reportedly being paid $5 million to headline an undercard portion of portion of Beterbiev versus Bivol card on DAZN. In his first fight with promoter Eddie Hearn, Matchroom's boxing company, Hearn chose one of his own Matchroom fighters, Cordina, who is down in his luck after being destroyed in 8 rounds against Anthony Casas on May 18th and badly needs a pickup right now. Some believe that Hearn's choice of Cordina as Shakur's opponent is a clever move to rebuild Stevenson and further his goal of making him a global star, even if he's not for real. In other words, Hearn makes Shakur look better than he is by building up a fake global star to help him make a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis into a monster pay-per-view in 2025. William just had his baby yesterday. We knew that was coming, so we asked for November to challenge WBC lightweight Shakur. We didn't know why Shakur chose to fight Joe Cordina. All of a sudden, he was fighting different fighter. We're willing to fight in November, said Nayar. But that's funny. I could have really sworn that they didn't want to fight with Shakur at first, but let me see if I can find something in that. Okay, so I found this article. It says the WBC orders Shakur versus Zepeda, De La Hoya ducks. The WBC has ordered a fight between lightweight champions Shakur Stevenson and number one ranked Williams-Zepeda next. Interestingly, Zepeda's promoter Oscar De La Hoya quickly reacted to the WBC order, saying that Zepeda, who is 31-0, 27 knockouts, has 4 sanctioned bodies to choose from, which fans believe is a classic duck code talk. Shakur responded to De La Hoya's comments by posting the crying emojis. That's a fight that Shakur Stevenson has wanted, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. De La Hoya has recently said that he wanted Zepeda to challenge WBO lightweight champion Denis Berinchyk for his title, and he wasn't playing around. That's an easy mark. It's not a big shock that Oscar De La Hoya is already throwing a cold water on the fight between Shakur and Williams-Zepeda, because Oscar recently said on X that he won't make fights between them unless if Stevenson were to sign with Golden Boy. I knew I wasn't tripping. I remember that, bro. He said he was like, the only way he'll make that fight is if Stevenson signs with Golden Boy. And then he turned around and said that he wasn't interested in signing Stevenson because he doesn't fight for the fans. So I knew I wasn't tripping. They didn't want Golden Boy turn down this fight, bro. So I don't know why Team Zepeda is acting like they're surprised that they're not fighting Shakur in November. But anyways, De La Hoya said it was coming from Zepeda, who wanted that. It's unclear why it would matter to Zepeda, but it shouldn't matter if Shakur signed with Golden Boy or not. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn needs to make the latest news about De La Hoya needs to take this latest news about De La Hoya not wanting the Stevenson fight for Shakur. I guess they meant to say for Zepeda, into account when he decides whether he signs the WBC champion. It's possible that Hearn could wrangle a deal with De La Hoya if he offered up one of his popular fighters to face Golden Boy guy in exchange. Hearn has a deep stable of fighters, and someone might be interested in De La Hoya letting him wet his beak on a fight that he otherwise wouldn't get. Unfortunately, without a deal worked out, Zepeda is one less fight that Hearn has for Shakur if he signs with his company, and he's not going to be happy fighting his Matchroom fighters. So they list out possible fighters for Shakur. They got Andy Cruz, Leon Pyro. Leon Pyro supposedly fighting Devin Haney. All these guys are 140 though. Regis Prograis, Subaru Matias, Richardson Henson, and then Jerron Ennis, who's at 147. But it's rumored that he's probably going to go up to 154. If Hearn signs Shakur, those are the only fighters that he could guarantee him, and he won't be excited about fighting them. Other guys like Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, and Zepeda are ones he can try to make, but without his excellency stepping in, Eddie doesn't stand a chance. So yeah, man, looks like see, I knew I wasn't tripping, bro. I knew I wasn't tripping about that. And then it even shows Shakur's tweeting like Zepeda, like what we doing, you know, because the WBC ordered the mandatory, and it didn't look like De La Hoya really wanted that fight. So listen, man, honestly, all in all, bro, I just think that it's a lot of cow going on, man. I don't even understand why Williams Zepeda's team would say that, knowing that De La Hoya has been on record saying, like, bro, once they announced the fight, as you guys heard, not announced the fight, but once they mandated the fight, the WBC mandated Williams Zepeda as the challenger for that title, De La Hoya quickly came out and was like, nah, bro, we got other options. And then he stated that the only way he would make that fight with Shakur and Williams Zepeda is if Shakur Stevenson signs with Golden Boy, bro. So why in the world, like, you know, it just that was just, you know, crazy. And then recently Shakur had made an interview, had made a post, or they made a statement saying that what he was going to do is he's going to fight Joe Cordina, which is a bullshit fight. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see that fight. I know I don't. But he's going to fight dude, and he plans on fighting Williams Zepeda in February. He stated this a while ago, and if I know this, how the hell do they not know this? But he said he would fight Williams Zepeda in February, and then looking to make a fight with Tank Davis in the summer of 2025, or sometime after that in 2025. Now, the Tank Davis fight is a little far-fetched, but definitely for sure he can make that Williams Zepeda fight because both Golden Boy and Matchroom are under the zone umbrella. So, you know, it's all if De La Hoya really wants to make that fight or not. And from what it looks like, from what De La Hoya stated, he wasn't even interested in making that fight. So I don't know who Williams Zepeda will be fighting in November, but, you know, he can fight. I would personally like for him to fight Tank Davis, bro. Tank Davis, you're the number one contender for all belts, bro. Tank Davis would be a big fight. That would be a huge fight. 2 undefeated fighters, 2 knockout artists, one black, 1 Hispanic. That'll be the perfect. That fight to me would do good. It might pay-per-view number wise, it might do like 300,000, but that's still good, bro, depending on how much they put up for promotions. But I think that's the route that they should go. I would really love to see that fight, and I would really want Tank to get his hands on Williams Zepeda, seeing how what's his name, Lomachenko hasn't, you know, he, you know, avoided the fight with Tank in November, and, you know, Tank, it's rumored that Tank is gonna fight what's his name, Rayo Valenzuela at 140, but I mean, I would rather see him fight Williams Zepeda. That's just my personal opinion, bro. I think that would make for a very good fight, and so would Rayo as well, and it'll give Tank a chance to fight for a real title at 140 pounds. So, you know, I would like to see that either way it goes. I mean, I just, you know, I just want Tank to be the first to beat Williams-Zepeda, because Tank will stop Williams-Zepeda, but I want that name on his resume. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?